Hey YouTube, Madam Roy back again. Well, today I just want to do a quick video about a laptop that I'm working on for a good friend. Um, this is a Lenovo IdeaPad, and I'd say this computer is about 3 years old now. This is for one of my friends that lives in New York that we visited. This is actually her son's laptop, and it was just totally riddled with viruses, and it just was running really, really slow. So she asked me to go ahead and bring it back with me, basically fix it, and she would pay for the return shipping. I'm actually not going to charge her because they're very old and dear friends. But I thought while I had this, I'd do a quick review because she had asked me right before she bought a laptop which one I recommended. And, to be honest with you, most modern day laptops I have issues with. The build quality is just awful on most of them. Usually they use very, very cheap materials, all plastic. And again, I'm not knocking Macs because I'm not a Mac person, so I don't know a lot about the modern Macs. I know they're generally built better than the PCs, but the reason I told her to purchase this one is because I had done some research, and I just like the build quality of the Lenovos. Again, this computer is from around 2011, I'm assuming. I don't remember the exact date because she unfortunately lost the receipt. I know it was purchased at Best Buy. I'm going to go over everything this has. Right now I'm actually installing some drivers, and it looks like the mouse and keyboard update failed, which is fine. I don't really need it. It was just part of the Windows update, so we'll exit out of that. First thing I want to go over with is, if you look at the top here, this is actually, it looks like metal, and it is. It's a light aluminum, but it's really held up very well against wear. And this is a computer that is used on a daily basis, I would say, for at least 3 to 5 hours. It's had heavy use over the past 3 years. But as you can see right here, the mouse pad is not worn whatsoever. These mouse buttons are shiny, but that's the way they came. They were shiny plastic material, but they've held up nicely. They're not. There's no excess wear or anything like that. The keyboard is very nice. All the lettering is still on there. There's really no wear to speak of on the space bar or the enter key, which usually gets the majority of the wear. I actually like the way this keyboard is. If you look at it, it's individual keys. This reminds me very much of the modern MacBooks. I think that's what they were trying to emulate. But it's very comfortable to type on, especially with somebody like me who has what we like to call in our house meat cleaver fingers. Very short and very stubby. I have no problem typing on this. Now, if you guys will excuse me, my allergies are bothering me again, so I might have the sniffles while I'm doing this. Right now, you can see I'm installing updates. It's got 174 and it's at 130 right now. If you look down here, you have your standard lights for power right here, battery. This one is for Wi-Fi, and then hard drive activity. On the side here, I'm going to go ahead and try to turn the light on. Hopefully that'll help. There we go. You have the audio out, in and audio out, so microphone, headphone. A dual-layer DVD burner. No light scribe or anything. You'd only find that on an HP, or maybe a Toshiba would have the label flash version. One USB port, and then the power adapter port. There is nothing on the back of this laptop, as most modern laptops don't put anything back there anymore. On the front we have a SD/MMC card reader. Pretty much all you need these days and what you'd expect from a laptop. Right there is your switch, right there, to turn the Wi-Fi on and off. Very handy if you're going somewhere and you're afraid that it might connect to a network when you don't realize it. So very good for security. I like having the physical switch because, again, if you don't, it could connect to an unsecure network while you are not aware. And then on the side here, we have a PC card express slot, which I don't know too many people use anymore. I know they still make some cards for it, but I think that's kind of a old technology now. Down there we have a which looks like an HDMI port. I have the USB port stick plugged into a USB/eSATA port, so this laptop will do both, which is really nice. Another USB port there, VGA out, and then finally the 10100 port. And on the very back, you can see is just a Kensington lock. So a modest amount of ports. You know, this is not a high-end laptop, but you know, again, it was never designed for that. It's definitely quick enough for what he does, which is mainly internet, surfing YouTube, and you know, that's pretty much it. Maybe just some light office utilities as well. So what I'm going to do is I will show you guys what this has for hardware. It is running a little slow right now because I'm doing updates at the moment. Let's see, I can minimize this right now. And another issue I had with this is I didn't actually have the recovery media for this. It was never made when the computer was new. Luckily, I was able to go on a torrent site, and somebody had posted up the exact right recovery disk I needed for this, which is very nice. I like it when people do that. I don't steal media. I don't like piracy. But if it's something that the computer came with originally, then that's okay. You can see it does have the Lenovo logo on it. Still waiting for everything to come up. Yeah, it will definitely be faster once everything's completed. One nice thing about this is this version of Windows 7 actually came with Service Pack 1 installed. Okay, there are the specs. Right there, it's a AMD Phenom 2 N660 dual-core processor running at 3 gigahertz. So again, not a powerhouse, but more than enough for power for what they're using it for. 3 gigabytes of RAM with 2.74 gigabytes usable. I did recommend that we upgrade that, but I don't think they want to put any more money into this right now. But in the near future, I believe this can go up to 6 or 8 gigabytes. I haven't really looked too much into that, seeing as they didn't really want to do any upgrades at the moment. And then, I'm not even sure what this has for a video card. Let's take a look at that real quick. Might be an Intel graphics adapter. It's actually running a lot slower than I expected for all it's doing right now is installing updates. And I did run hardware diagnostics on it because, again, it is a 3-year-old computer, and there's always that risk that a component may have gone bad, but everything passed. There we go. Oh, okay. It's got the ATI Mobility Radeon HD 4200 card. It's actually not a bad card. It's got 256 megabytes of dedicated video memory, and then with a shared it brings up to 1,405 megabytes. It's actually really good for a laptop. Now that I'm remembering, I think that's another reason I wanted them to get this laptop. And back in the day, for what this was, again, this was purchased in somewhere around 2011, probably the summer. I think this laptop was only about $350, so, and this was at Best Buy, so I thought that was a really good deal at the time. And for everybody that's wondering, this is the model. It is the Lenovo IdeaPad Model Z. This is the 465. The 565, I think, just had a little bit more memory and may have had a slightly faster processor. I wanted to show this to you guys just in case you're interested. You could Google this up, and I've actually seen a few of these laptops for sale on eBay. But I would highly recommend this. Even now, if you were able to find one of these used, I would highly recommend one of these laptops. Very good build quality, and these should last for many, many more years. Hope you guys enjoyed this little review video. Please like and subscribe, and have a blessed day, everybody.